We want to apologize for, we went offline due to some technical issue. We want to apologize for that. Uh, yeah, we have some technical issues, so we have to go offline. Let us wait for the rest of the panelists to join in our guests. So if you're watching, kindly share our show. We ask you to share, and we will give you the time for you to call and then make your point on the show tonight. I saw Mr. Winston Cooper try calling, and I said I'm going to give you the opportunity later to call. It's not only you going to give the opportunity to other followers, to call and give their opinion on the issue we are discussing tonight. So whatever you're watching from, I want to say this is Screen Vision, and today we are discussing some important issue as it relates to our Liberian community here in Rwanda. We we have been discussing the issue about the leadership, and right now we are talking about issue concerning the Federation of Liberian, residing East Africa. So, whatever you are watching, we do apologize for being offline for some minutes due to some technical issues that are beyond our control. But we usually say this: if you are watching, if you think you have support, because if you are using the paid version of this identical platform we are using, you don't really face difficulties when it comes to broadcasting. But because we are using the unpaid version, that's why we are facing some issues. So we ask you to support. I mean, every month you can just let's say $25 US. I mean, for the paid version, we can do that every month, and then we're going to have a good show. So come here, I want to welcome you guys back on the show. I think we
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bala.
yeah,
I
the
don't know
guest
whether
is
the
back.
guest.
Yeah,
Okay,
the guest is
fine.
back now.
Yeah, so thank
So
you.
you can still
So
share the show. You can still share the show so that people can know that we are back online. You can still share the show. Yeah. Come and share in your group chat. Yeah,
can
go
I
ahead,
start?
Sylvester.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
because I think we almost reaching. Some of all gotta go on our farm tomorrow. So yeah, so as I was saying, I'm going to believe maybe the guests may have gotten, so I don't need to repeat what I've said earlier. But if there's clarity, then I will. But I just want to conclude. So looking at the intent of putting these communities together is very good, are really objectives.
Hmm.
But where the problem is, Article 49 of Article 48 of our statute says the chairperson is a primary and official spokesperson and direct representative of the community.
Hmm.
So it should be clear to every one of us, even the community dwellers. During Patrick's administration, Patrick was the direct spokesperson of this community. That alone gave Patrick leverage to enter into treaties, contract whatsoever on behalf of the community with consultation of his leadership.
Yeah.
So if that vision was his, and he formed part of those that carved the MOU, it clearly shows that he was finding a way out for comfort. And I can be blunt to say so. It clearly shows that he was finding a way out for comfort. How can you say the chairperson, according to the statute, is the official representative and spokesperson of the community, and you saying pass the so you even asking a scenario question. What if Patrick wins or he wants to contest and James also wants to contest?
Yeah. What will happen?
Then he tried to justify now. The reason why we want people who served before is because what if the person time finish? But you remember you put two options there. You put two options there. So what if now Patrick is also contesting or maybe consultation Uganda president say he wants to head and within a period of 2 years his term is over. what became of transition. So this is where the mistake was. 100% agree with the formation of FOLICEA. But with that part in the MOU, it shows some level of political incorrectness whereby the official spokesperson and direct representative of LIBCOR is a member on FOLICEA. I don't know what I pronounce it correctly. Is a member on that regional body and also like a head of communities. I guess scenario in those regional bodies or geopolitical arena, what those guys do is they consult among themselves. They
Mm-hmm.
go to ECWA head of state session or plenary, whatsoever it is, meeting. They decide among themselves. Okay, Sierra Leone, your time is finished this time around. Maybe Liberia will hear. You know who the Sierra Leone president took after? Tinubu of Nigeria. So how can you say the leadership is rotational and you say you factor in past leader to serve? What the MOU needs to be, I think the MOU needs to be revisited, and I think that's the position of this current leadership. It has to be revisited to clear out those political incorrectness. If we have to decide those funders of FOLICEA whatsoever, if you make FOLICEA a commission and then pass leader serve, that is of no problem. But if FOLICEA is a regional body and you incorporate them past leader to serve only as chairperson and current leaders to even serve as chairperson if election determines, then there's some level of political incorrectness. So if you read the position of this leadership now, they say you're revisit it. Let's revisit that part. And like you mentioned, if this thing is not handled thoroughly, and if those negotiations, and when it comes to the politics now, is interest. It is interest. So where the interest lies in a for the benefit of the community and its leadership at that regional body. If this current leadership as a whole does not see the need to be part of it, they also have absolute right to withdraw from that body. Mali did it. Niger did it. And there are many other regional countries that we can name that were part of the formation of ECOWAS or part of the formation of African Union. But the new leadership did not see the need of it being part of that body because that body seems to be one-sided and apolitical. And not apolitical, but political incorrectness within the formation. Thank you very much.
Okay. Brooks?
Thank you very much, CEO. And then let me appreciate Comrade Jura for his point. I hope you will give him more time because I want to be jealous.
Oh,
He
yeah, give
gave,
me more time.
he gave the comrade more than 30 minutes. He talked.
Oh,
So
sorry,
let
don't
me.
laugh. Don't
So
say the man giving point straight up to me. I'll correct the
Uh,
man. Eh?
to the issue, let me talk, Chief. So let me like compliment the previous speakers. But before I go follow, I want to ask Comrade Jura to make me to understand that what is the actual reason, to your knowledge, that causing maybe the withdrawal of liquor and bringing some of the dissatisfaction and removal of people from the chat room? What do you think is the actual reason? Maybe the audience listening to you, they might get to get more detail about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Thank you for the question, and I'm giving my candid opinion on it. Sylvester mentioned something about what political leverage or comfort. So I don't think Chairman Patrick will want to contest the election. I don't think so. Against politics, people can change their mind, but I don't think he will want to contest in the election because also that provision will not allow him to contest as well. As he have already served as the acting chairperson of FOLICEA. So if LIBCOR want to contest, they can't go for chairperson anymore. They can go for any other position, but not for chairperson. So I don't think Chairman Patrick will want to contest. That's some of the misinformation that is going around. That Chairman Patrick want to contest. That's why they put that particular clause that says if you are past leader, once you have served your community, you are eligible to contest.
Are
So
you
if he says,
speaking? Are you
Mr.
speaking
Mango,
for the chairman?
Mr. Mango, can you please respond to my question? Because
yeah, that's your question I'm responding to.
No, but
Is
yes,
one of the
you are
reasons.
speaking for the
the,
chairman.
the, the issue with
No, I'm
the
coming.
chairman,
Yeah,
yeah, I come in. Yeah, before you go
Alan,
further,
I'm not speaking for chairman.
the chairman is
I'm talking about the
an individual.
misconception of books. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you cannot
I'm
say the
talking about the
misconception.
misconception.
I come
What
in,
is
you can
causing
say,
the problem
yeah, I understand, but you cannot speak for the chairman in that context to say
about
because
contesting?
yeah, about contexting, you cannot
Okay.
say that. Yeah,
So
let's
have
speak to
you
the
read it?
issue.
I shared a resolution. I think is there
I
by the
have it.
rotational leadership.
I
And
have it.
it's
So
clear on that. If you have served in that position, you can't come back and serve as chairperson again, or your community, even your community, you rather have produced a chairperson already, acting chairperson. So, do you know since when Felicia's formation started? Since after our inauguration. It's something that have been in the pipeline for long. Today, you see it coming up like this is because there have been a lot of conversation behind the scene, about that organization. So Chairman have served, Chairman Patrick have served, you know, and then he's going to leave. So Uganda will not have. It's not a decision, 100% decision for the chairman to go and change the resolution that he will go back and contest. And obviously, uh, Chairman Patrick is my friend. We have some good conversation, and personally, he have told me that he's not going to contest in
Okay.
Felicia election. Yeah,
but
he's going to
Oh,
turn
wait,
over.
the second question
come
now.
in,
I'm
Mr.
coming. I'm coming. You see, I cannot speak for the chairman. I'm telling you, as a person, as a friend to him, I'm telling you, he's not going to contest in
I
the
come in. I
election.
come in. Before you go follow,
Yeah.
before you go to my question to answer it, let me make some little clarity when it comes to the position of the chairman, the former chairman, saying he might not come or he doesn't have interest to contest again. You cannot hold on to that. I'm saying you should pause it and speak to the issue. The reason here is common. During the past LIBCOR election, when Chairman Patrick contested against V, we were the one who supported Chairman Patrick at that time. And after everything, we lost the election. Chairman Patrick was blunt to us that he's not going to contest again. And then at the end of the day, we were trying to build a team. And
He
he's
came
the
back.
same person who told us that he was not going to contest. He came back requesting us that he want to contest. And it was that election that brought you guys on board, you, Patrick, and Eka. So I don't want you to go deeper into that. Whether Chairman Patrick is not willing to contest for FOLICEA or he will contest.
Okay.
So to the
All
issue, the
right.
question I ask you is just common. The question here is,
Yeah.
what do you think is the problem that leading to the removal of people from the chat room and the dissatisfaction between FOLICEA and LIBCOR? Can you speak to it
Yeah.
if you have?
I'm trying to lay the premise, but you're not giving me a chance. Yeah, I'm trying to
So,
lay the
gentlemen,
premise, but you're not.
as we are discussing, we're going to open the lines for people to start to make their calls. So maybe
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
a
No
certain
problem.
point in time, we receive calls.
And
Yeah,
also,
go
let
ahead.
us be time conscious now. I
Yeah,
think
well, we still
we
No
have
leave.
time
problem. Yeah.
to each of us
Comrade,
speech will be
my
necessary.
dear brother Brooks, my dear brother Brooks, I just told you one of the reason is because of that misconception. Because people feel that Chairman Patrick will contest. Apart from that, where I say they are politicians, they come and say they will not, and then later on, group come to them and say, no, we trust you, you go and represent us, and then they go. I'm saying the resolution will not allow him to contest. And personally, he
Okay.
have told me so.
Sorry, let me hold you there. We have a caller on the line. We have Mr. Winston Cooper. He's one of the current leader within the government that is on right now. So he has a point. He want to give some clarity on something. Good evening, sir.
Mr. Tababala, and good evening to JJ and my well Lena Kuli, Jura
You
Mangou,
guys
and the
getting
rest
him?
of the other guy. And let me say congratulations to my man for the election won in the Nima County chapter. You know, we hope to be with you guys on Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, sir. You've been following, and you say you want to make some clarity. You've been following the discussion. What say you?
Yeah, so there are several concerns that I want to raise tonight, or there are several response that I want to make in regards to some of the misinformation I've been provided. A very unfortunate situation. So sad to see a former leader of the community provide misinformation to the public and intending to bring our leadership to public denigration. The decision of the NEC to public denigration, for which I want to provide some clarity. The first thing is that it's so sad to see a well-learned colleague to be providing this kind of information. For example, he said that you know, our leadership have not appeared on TV or on radio to talk about our plan of action and all of that. So I think you cannot narrow down a leadership, the function of a leadership, to a mere appearance on radio program around here. We are running community. We are not running talk show. We are not running radio program. We are running community. We are not running school leadership. So let it be clear that we have the opportunity. We can appear on the best radio station in Liberia. We can appear on screen vision. We can appear on live reality TV to discuss the issue and the agenda of our community. But we are mostly focused on having trickle-down effects on the very same people we represent, instead of talking about like the way the past leadership did. And the second concern has to do with narrowing down the conversation to comparing their first quarter of their leadership to our leadership. I'm not going to talk about what they have done, but I think the records are there, and what we are doing speaks for us as a leader of this community. The first thing is that we took over a divisive community that we have tried in all possible means to reconcile the community.
Okay.
Their leadership divided the community ahead of election. I hope you guys are giving little time so I can explain.
No, we don't have the luxury of time, sir. We don't have much time, but you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Just two more points ahead of election, crucial election. My comrade in studio with you guys started removing people from the major community chat room, which brought a whole lot of confrontation between the leadership and that of the citizens. It brought different mindset to the Liberians here. But we needed to reestablish the relationship and bring those people back.
Okay.
And now Jura is here provide their closing statement to the issue of the FOLICEA. Our decision, like I said, it have not been influenced by anything. I was one of those selected on the delegation on the list of delegation to go and represent the community. But now, considering the fact that the interests of the people matter, and our civil soul responsibility as a leader is to steer the affairs of this community and to represent the community in all decisions we make. Now, if you look at the clauses within the memorandum of understanding, it contradicts each other. Jura is there, want to contest. Jura is not a past or sitting chairman of the community. And the memorandum of understanding provides that before you contest as a chairman, you should be either a past or a sitting chairman of the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jura want to contest. That's one point. Lastly, we decided that in order for us to be fair enough in representation, we decided to question the selection of delegation. I was one of those who was eligible for the delegation.
Sir, maybe we'll provide you or we'll give you the airspace so that you can come and discuss some of the issues. So you can discuss.
I just want to conclude in
because
just go ahead.
If you look at the list of delegation, I don't know what means those guys use to select people to serve on the delegation list. They just went and collected a few of their friends and later on they want to blindfold the people. They just took two persons from the other side and add them to the delegation list to go and represent, which we want to condemn it to the high extent. So what we
Okay.
are calling for is this document need to be revised. We need to revisit the document before we can go into the association. We are not saying
Okay.
it's bad, but we
Okay.
just want to revisit the document. So thank you.
Thank you. That was the voice of Mr. Winston Cooper. Gave me a point on this. I think he's responsible. He's the vice chair on international affairs, right?
LIBCOR is politically charged.
Mr. Cooper is the vice chair on international affairs of the Liberian community here in Rwanda. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. You guys listen to the current of vice chair on international affairs, giving his the main one
Can
be.
Bruce conclude his question?
Yeah, bro, can you conclude your
He has
question?
one more question. He
I
has
see,
one more question. Let him conclude the question and then we
Sticky
go to
is
the call.
calling. Yeah, bro,
You
can
know,
you conclude
Yes,
your
but let
you
question?
know,
Bruce land on the matter, then we
they
go
Before
to
just
the
they,
Brooks learn with question, I want us to go to the joint resolution on Article 4. So can we reading Article 4 while Brooks is going on with the question?
no, I will go
Article 4.
there. It's
we
it's
have
part
read
of the
all of those
question.
things,
So
brother.
so just leave it. Just
No,
leave it.
you
We
have
will go
not
there.
read it, Sylvester.
We will go there. Just leave
Brooks,
it.
go ahead.
My question here hasn't been answered, and the CEO didn't do
I
justice to me.
Secretary General position now because they got a clause that why you want to justify. Go ahead, Brooks.
Yeah, you didn't do justice to me. The comrade was responding to my question, and you
Just
went
hear the
ahead
point,
to
brother. We are
We
sorry.
have
yeah.
poor
So
on the land. People have to make their contribution, Brooks.
yeah, Chief, can you respond to my question? My question here is just simple. Just respond to it, then I can go to the next question now. I said the thing that led
Yeah,
to
it
the
makes, I'm
dissatisfaction and
telling you,
removal of people. He
the
didn't say anything
removal.
about it.
Yeah, Brooks, I beg you have to give me at least 1 minute. Let me clarify, please. Please.
We don't,
When
yeah,
we
just summarize your clarification,
Yes,
comrade. We have
if
to
you
hear it.
have me, you have to give me time. You see, all those people are calling because we are stepping on toes. They will call. So now, a communication came from the office of the chairman. Listen to what they are saying. They disagree that only people like. And the thing is clear. Check Article 4, Sylvester. Article 4 says, let me just read that article because we did not get it clear.
My man,
For
it's
leaders to
clear,
be
Jura, it's
no,
The
clear.
man
don't
said
get
we
clear.
did not read it, so let him read it and then he
No,
gave his
Let
it's
me
clear,
answer.
read it
yeah.
and clarify.
Reading
Article
it is
4,
not a time. Let him read it and then
Article
he give
4
his
2.
interpretation.
Article 4.2 say only individual who has served as leaders of a member community of the Federation shall have the right to contest in the election. There is no specific position attached to Article 4 number 2. If you go to Article 4 number 4, the chairmanship of the Federation shall only be contested by
Let me
individuals
lie
who
the
is
word.
serving. Consider the word is serving or has served as chairperson of their community. So the problem here is past. Whether somebody have served like
It's
past
clear.
chairperson, I
It's
think that's why you
clear.
have your problem.
It's
What I want
clear.
to say to this, if you are serving, you also have the right to contest. Past, I told you the reason why past was selected. If the person served 1 year in their own community leadership and FOLICEA leadership is for 2 years, or maybe the time they take office will not permit them to go for 2 years. So every time people leave office, we'll be going for election. Why the idea is like, even if this person have been a past leader, their tenure cannot affect FOLICEA activities. Their tenure with their current leadership cannot affect FOLICEA activities. Now, Comrade Brooks, let me respond to your question. I will give him my opinion why I think causing an issue, right? Because the publication that was made by the leadership, they said until the conversation has concluded, nobody should post information in that chat room. So they believe we have not come to a conclusion. That is, they and FOLICEA have not come to a conclusion, and people are posting in the chat room. That's why they are removing people. Secondly, they see it as a violation. And I made it clear from the beginning. I don't know if Comrade Brooks, you were around. some of us who did not violate, but it looks like a witch hunt. I think Sidiki is following. That's why you want to call. It looks like a witch hunt. I did a mention of what was Omar's status.
Okay, sorry, let me
Then
hold you
I
there.
was,
We have sorry, we
yeah,
have
then
a
I was
call.
removed.
We have a
Right
call,
after I
sorry.
was removed, Sidiki came and wrote that once you mention, you also be. So it was not part of the first rule. But
Okay.
after I removed, it became a rule. Imagine that. So
Eh,
what will be the
eh,
justification? What's the law that I broke? Tell me the law that I broke. So some of this removal is like a target. Imagine Onsi is inviting Chairman Patrick as one of the guests. So the guests you are inviting, so they are telling you simply do not invite any guests from FOLICEA. That's what they are telling you. Imagine that. Onsi is
So,
inviting
bros,
a guest from
yeah,
FOLICEA.
Mr. Mongo, you can
Who
trim
said
your
to you
question, you can trim your answer. Let Bros ask his second
that
question so
he
at
was
least
removed?
we can move forward. Yeah, Mr. Bros,
I
ask a
don't know
second
if
question, please.
my photo is okay.
Yeah, we
Bros,
are
if you are
hearing you,
getting me,
but
please let
what
me
I'm
know.
saying is you can limit the response. Let Brooke ask the next question, please.
no,
Yeah.
let me just squeeze in the call, then Bruce can come in. I beg you guys. Let me squeeze in the
Wala, we do not have time. We have to
no, let me
adjourn.
just squeeze in a one call, comrade. Let me just squeeze in a one call. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, you are live on screen vision. Go ahead. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Kuman Saliki, and greetings to all of you. Greetings to Sylvester Brooks and my dear best friend, Jura. Hope you are doing a great evening
There's
for
no
me.
penal enemy in politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been following the show, and basically for me, I didn't call, and I appreciate, the VCIA call, trying to make some clarity. I didn't call to debunk anything my brother is saying there, but I just kind of want to him, to understand, because from the beginning of the show, I hear you speaking about we're not calling stakeholders, common leaders of the community to come on board to work with us and all of that. Brother, this is a volunteer work all of us are doing. I don't want us to hold this thing so much as if, we are, kind of doing things the way we used to do it in Liberia. We are in the diaspora, and our reasons of being here is to go to school, to do things differently, to learn how to proceed differently, and so it's
Unfortunately, the caller went off alongside with the host. So, Mr. Gombe, can you just squeeze in your question so that Mr. Mango can respond swiftly?
Yeah, I think the caller is not a problem, it's the host because it's offline.
Yeah, yes, of
So
course. Mhm.
yeah, actually he's the issue actually. So Mr. Mango, thank you. I actually appreciate your responses. We I'm not making question, I mean giving question now, but I just want
all
to
of
make a
us that
comment.
work. The only thing
You know
I
the
think
So
about
I think he
this
has come back. You can just Lolo.
in LIBCOR is the title that comes with it.
But Siriki, to a point. Siriki, to a point.
Yeah. Okay.
You spoke of people are not taking pay. We are just working together. Now the mayor is claiming that since you guys took over, you haven't you haven't reached out to him, to call for reconciliation
We're in
or something.
communication.
Or
The
mhm.
one, that's actually the what prompted me to call. I didn't want to call, and I don't want you are thinking that the entire leadership calling on the show today to validate what you're saying. We just personally for me, I'm calling to say to him that we are not enemies. We are all brothers. We are all Liberians. We've
Okay,
been
sir.
talking. It is not true that we've not reached out to him. All of us we've been in touch, and even the inauguration, we had people, and that was the essence of the inauguration team. The inaugural team. We had the SG working closely with Jura. We had the VCA working closely with the chairman right now. The VCIA was in touch with Orita, was the VCIA for patriot leadership, and the chairman right now was in constant communication
So
with
thank you.
Okay, I want to squeeze in one
Why
question.
Siriki, why up to now? Why up to now? I mean, you guys have done with quarter one. You haven't given a report. Why up to now? What is holding you guys?
We will release the report, but as I said, my call on the show
And that's a
was
complete violation of the constant of the
kind of
statute. He's not speaking about that.
go this opposition thing
Okay.
and let's work together to move this community forward.
Okay,
That's
sir.
how we will do this differently.
Thank you.
Let me close, Chief. I know you guys are
You
close.
want to ask one question to the caller?
A few seconds.
Yeah, go
Let me
ahead.
close. We as Liberians, especially in the diaspora, we have to create a mindset of working together. Everything can be about politics. So, my brother, let's work together. We have our issues with the Federation of Liberians in East Africa. We wrote a press release, we sent to the group, and you guys are not addressing those issues. You try to violate the rules and regulations we've set up. And that is not your role as a stakeholder, as former leader of the community. It's very unfortunate that people like you will be disrespecting rules and regulations.
Okay, Sylvester, sorry, you have we have one question for you.
So, you said?
Somebody have a question. Mr. Sylvester Blessing JJ want to ask a question. Come and go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kerman. I just want to ask this straightforward question. You know, as Screen Vision, we were struggling to lay hand on the joint resolution, the San Carpet, which is an archive document of the community. I would like to know whether is the James Edgar Daniel leadership has a copy, the San copy of the resolution.
Well, I can't say no, I can't say yeah, because what happens on Vestor is that the chairman, the former chairman Emmanuel Patrick, during the inauguration, he was working closely with the incoming chairman, and I was working closely with the VCA at the time.
But you are the
I
administrator.
mean that you are in line with the chairman office, so you just need to either say no or yes. If you do not have information, then no problem.
Just confirm to me that you received, most of the community documents from the former chairman, but I can say to you specifically with the copy you are requesting for. I can confirm that whether we have it or not, but maybe the chairman can answer that, or maybe I can get back to
Okay,
you
sir.
another time. I can confirm that on the show.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank you
much. We
very
do
much.
appreciate.
Great show, and let's keep this conversation going on. There are some things Jura said today. These are things that we as a leadership will take into consideration. We'll work on it. But brother, let's work together. Let's forget
Okay.
the opposition.
Thank you.
We have
Thank you.
issues. You address it, and let's move forward.
Thank you. Let's work together. That was the voice of should I call him the second man? Yeah, he says the second man in command in the Liberian Community in Rwanda. The mayor is responsible for administration, and he's telling us today that he's not in possession, he's not aware of, because he was working closely with, and then the chairman working closely with the outgoing chairman.
So
So
can we have the guest so we can?
yeah. Yeah, why is the hello? Sorry.
Yeah, so Mr. Gombe, it seems like Mr. Bada is now out. I don't know whether we have luxury of time to continue question. And now I'm seeing the absence of the guest. So what do you think? Should we give Patton Clement and a John? Maybe we can have a part 2 or part 3 to this show. What's your view?
Yeah, I think
The comment asked a question, and then you're about to, the guests were about to respond when we had the interruption or calls coming in. But we have to give the people a chance to even, to make their points. So I don't know. Let's just wait for a second. If he doesn't return, then we can call it a day. You know.
Yeah, so let's
yeah.
proceed.
So while we are waiting for him to come back and respond to my question, I would just want to make this very clear. I appreciated both persons.
So Brooks, I
That
beg you,
talk.
please, can you don't get angry with me? Let me just squeeze the last call in. It won't stay long. Let me just
No
squeeze it
problem,
in.
no problem. Just please,
Good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm Dikika Jinue and a member of the Liberian community. So,
Can you give a volume?
my issue or my concern has to do with the LIBCOR versus FOLICEA. What we as members want to actually understand.
Put the phone to the mic, brother.
You are not getting it, man?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we are getting you. JJ, you're not getting it?
Put the phone to the mic.
Go ahead, come here. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So I would love to know. It's just so unfortunate that none of the current leadership is on this your panel tonight. But I would love to know if the decision to actually withhold LIBCOR membership, it was an informed decision because the VCA in presence of Mr. Sigi Kumar, he gets stated on your show tonight that he's not sure what are the how did it come up with that communication if he who is in charge of administration is not sure of such important documents if they have it at their disposal. That's one. Two, I will also love to also note when it comes to the issue of the communication, was the communication sent to the acting leadership of FOLICEA or it was just sent in our group? Because if it was just sent in our group, I think then there is a procedural error. If you are communicating a decision to yet another organization, it should be done formally.
30 seconds, sir. Please
These are
conclude.
the points, and thank you all. I hope they can answer the call to address them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. You listen to a concern. Thank you so much. We do appreciate. The man asking whether so I think we have
So you
the
see what makes Screen Vision is an objective platform. I asked a sensitive question that raised another burning question to what I've asked.
yeah, the question, even the question the caller asked right now is
It's salient.
yeah, like serious. So Comrade Brooks, you were saying something. I think you can we have taken most of your time. But it is what it is. The people have to call, to give the point. That's the beauty of the show. We hope to continue having such a conversation. Now we are back for good, so it means that every Sunday we're going to have this kind of a
They won't
conversation.
make come bro till all the time now. You got you wrong, the man.
I mean, I don't want to be hearing content. I personally say that.
Okay. No, I will not take much time. Let me just. I was just making comment. Uh, Hearing from the both leaders who just called and then talk to us, and talk to our guests. I appreciate them, however, but the tone in which the both of them spoken, it was I not want to use the word inappropriate, but however, I according to my side, let me just use it. I'm sorry. The first one, we actually the Sidiki rightfully place it. Come here, we are requesting no, let's everybody work together. Yes, I understand that. But the first caller who called, Wisdom, the tone he spoken was very harsh. How the guest online, he's a learned man and other things he was. No, as a leader, when you addressing platform as such, it should be moderate. Even if you have something in mind to say, you should be very moderate and address the audience or the platform guest that you are talking to, so people can know what you are saying. And then for Siliki to come here and they are removing people from chat room and they are taking action towards the particular document. And the common question I will ask: do you have copy of this document in your possession, or the chairman has copy of the document? He telling us he doesn't know about it. Then why really leading to the actions are going on, removing people from chat room when they mention maybe any issue, I mean any flyer or any document that relates to FOLICEA mentioned in the local chat room, they can remove people, and which I experienced it from the angle of my organization today, which I don't have major problem with it, but I'm surprised. I'm doubted in that way where they don't have the document in their possession, or they have it in their possession, but it doesn't want to give a clear picture about it for the audience to know about it. So I just want to make that comment clear. Maybe you can call back and make that clarity. Thank you.
You're muted, Mr.
Thank
Bala.
you. Maybe you can call back this is Screen Vision if you are watching us. I have I mean, this guy serve as who? Okay, no, not him. I got C Williams or two. The man is following all the way from GC or Jura citizen following you.
The
Yeah,
men, the
thank
men
you, thank
the
you,
opposition
Tatos.
Yeah.
He owns
So
the
so so
let
constitution.
okay. Jora, you
let
listen
me
to
make
the callers. I come in.
yeah.
You listen to the
uh,
callers. I mean, so you can
mhm.
respond. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah. So firstly, no one has come to like the mixtape forward have said. All the things I've said has been validated. Number one, Sidiki has confirmed that they have not given reports. There is no report yet. And Brooks, what you just mentioned, this is not the second time. There was an issue in a stakeholders chat room, and then people started to remove themselves. And like, Jura, remove yourself as admin. I was like, oh, when you were removing me as admin during the electoral process, if they didn't know I was admin for this stakeholders chat room, just jokingly like, so Edgar, you don't know my DM, at least to come in my DM, but you went in a general stakeholder chat room like, Honorable SG, please remove yourself as an admin. So I was like, since you don't know my DM until you come to my DM. The moment I said that, the chairman removed himself from the chat room. Few hours, I think in the morning, Sidiki called me, telling me I should remove myself as admin. And blah. I said, no, I can't remove myself as admin. The fact that the chairman cannot see reason for us to have conversation by removing himself. So it means he said, no, the chairman have not removed himself. So it shows that Mr. Krumah does not know the workings of the leadership. He don't know many things are happening. The fact that he comes to the public platform and say he don't know
I
if
get
his
that.
leadership has authority. Then another part, he says he don't know if the chairman has removed himself from the chat room and opened another new stakeholder chat room. Imagine as of us, he's behaving the same that he don't know, he don't know, he don't know, he don't know. It's something like is alarming. I think he have to work on those things before he comes to the public. Because if he starts saying you don't know, then anything that happens now you're going to shift the blame on the chairperson. So what was the next question? So uh, uh, Mr. Cooper, I can say for sure what is happening, Brooks, in another connection to that question you asked me is manipulation. There are a lot of people in that current leadership, I can say, they don't have the full information about FOLICEA, for someone to explain to them. But they have been blinded, they have been manipulated, and then they jump and run along with the information of the chairman. Another mistake, I think I said it from the beginning of my statement. Documents coming from the office of the chairman cannot be resolution for the NEC. How will you say the office of the chairman? If you say the office of the chairman is a direct communication from your office, it's not a resolution for the NEC. And that resolution for the NEC is piled up with huge mistakes. I have worked in the NEC before. I have documented records from meetings of the NEC. For the VCI to come and say, I don't respect decision of the NEC, I do respect that because I have worked there and I know how it should be done. You can't go and start putting people's name on a list who were not in a meeting. Imagine that. Imagine. Currently in my school, there are students who hated me for that. But then when I come to school, they won't put their name on attendance. Those are things we stood for. How now will the chairman put people's name on a list of a voting record who were not in meeting? How? For example, the assistant secretary general. She agreed to that removal in an NAC meeting. Per the information we have gathered. She
I
agreed
think
for the withdrawal rather in
you
an
can use
NAC meeting.
the means as
Yeah,
well
I'm
to
coming,
conclude.
Tyler. Let me
Okay.
conclude. I know
Yeah.
this information may not sound right to you, but let me not conclude on it.
No,
She agreed in
so
an
I feel
NAC meeting. Yeah, which we usually do. Sylvester is my witness to that. Before we go to NEC meeting, as NAC we meet, so that we have a good number of quorum, like votes in the NEC. So the agreement was made. Per the information I gathered, she accepted that decision. But then she was not available during NEC meeting. How did her name reflect on the voting record? Do you see those kind of bias? Do you see the kind of violation we are getting from the statute? And then you accept that kind of resolution. How can it even be coming from the office of the chairperson? a decision by the NEC according to the office of the chairperson. No, it should be a resolution made by the NEC. Another thing I need to push again that Mr. Winston Cooper and Sidiki will not agree with is the poor representation of our community. Poor representation of our community. Mr. Cooper, Mr. Krumah, and even Mr. Yirega, they are the one, imagine, in the presence of the chairman will be giving speeches. I saw that in Gisini. I saw the recording in Gisini. The chairman was there and then Mr. Yirega is giving speech. I witnessed similar thing at URK campus. The chairman is present, and what does our statute says? When the VAS will function is in the absence or if the chairman is incapacitated. The chairman cannot be present and then be calling a VAS to go and perform his duties. Why is he a chairman? Tell me, why is he a chairman? Another thing, the poor representation is not only that, we have also noticed dubious appointments. Today, you see in committee of the sport committee, you have the chair coming from URK. The sport committee chair is coming from URK. Then they go and appoint coach for URK again. Then they take the same sport committee chair, they appoint him again as technical director on the LIBCOR team, technical team they appointed. So are you telling us that there are no other people that can serve that position? These are the things they should be looking at rather than running to create this unity. Status, before I close on the FOLICEA issue, see how far we have gone as a community. See the level of recognition we have gained in the region, in East African region. Who knew LIBCOR in Kenya? Who knew LIBCOR in India? Who knew LIBCOR in Uganda is very close to us? But through the instrumentality of the past leadership, we were able to establish the networks. Is that the only thing that the leadership can think about to destroy those networks we established, or to find a way forward? Have one of the questions you have asked Siliki, or maybe you should have the chairman here so that you can ask him that question. Before you come to the state of withholding your membership, what should happen as real leaders? Have you have a background conversation like you proffer this argument and it did not work? That's why you have to come public with it. I can tell you for sure he will tell you no. He will say no. And that is wrong. You should appreciate background conversation. You should engage. When it's not working, then you can take another stand. You can take, another move to ensure that your plot is heard. Connected. But Mr. Daniel cannot dare say that he have engaged with FOLICEA leadership about this issue and they did not address him. That's why he decided to come public as LIBCOR. He cannot say that. He cannot say that. I dare him to come and say that.
Your parting
Yeah.
comments here, we're about to go. Your parting comment. Like you said, we still have the kind of a conversation, so you can't talk all tonight. We will still continue discussing. Now you are putting you spark
Yeah,
up
yeah. Thank
something.
you.
So for now we are not taking calls. So if you can just wait another time. Sidiki is calling back, but I mean we cannot take a call now.
Yeah, yeah. Sidiki should find a time. The leadership should have come up. Now they know the importance of media. Imagine Winston come and say how the leadership is not media thing to be running on. That is K2, that is high school leader. Imagine that kind of insult. So now they know the importance of media. Now they're calling.
No man,
They
can you
don't know from the
conclude
beginning they should have come and know all their
your
points.
parting statement,
You
sir?
know? Yeah. So in closing, I want to send out this message that we appreciate so far the level of work the leadership have done. One, those committees they have appointed, they have to make those committee active for us to see, the work they are doing. And I will just close on two issues. Like you say, I'm raising a lot of issues. Some of these issues I have to raise them now because they now go deep into conversation about LIBCOR at
Yeah.
that time. For example, the Programs and Planning Committee. That committee was appointed on a tenure of 1 year. The tenure should have elapsed in October. But Mr. Daniel, in a hasty move, you know, to give bread back to those people who supported him, he quickly went and appointed a program committee without attending any. And Ms. Marjoin Eddy was the chair of that committee, but she will not say anything about that mistake because she has been his supporter. Mr. Ernest Wallow has now been appointed as vice of that committee. He was one secretary, but he will not say anything about our tenure have not ended because he's praised singer of Mr. Daniel's leadership. Another thing again, the vetting committee that was just established, a committee that is not a standing committee in our statute, that committee should be established by an order. But that vetting committee was just established on paper, like press release, Mr. Yidega, that day a press release, boom, committee established. Imagine that. Is that how a committee going to run? What we are saying, our appearances is not meant, to create this unity, but to create a checkmate where the leadership can know that there are people watching them. They should not think that they can just do anything and walk away. At them is that Sidiki Kurma can come and validate my removal from that chat room. There's no validation. Sylvester posted or mentioned the same thing you posted. Sylvester mentioned this conversation we are having today. He was not removed. But you, when you posted it, you were removed. When I did a mention, that's the time Sidiki came to add that no mention, no tagging is allowed. So we believe they are targeting certain people. That's why they are removing some of us and they are leaving other people out. We want this leadership to do the right thing. That's why you see we are speaking out now. And we will do it continuously, even if not on Screen Vision. We'll find other platform. When the leadership does something well, we'll commend them for it. And if they are going the wrong way, we'll actually checkmate them. So I want to say thank you to the Stream Vision family for this time. And our doors are open. Even in the background, whatever information you might need, you can call upon us and we'll provide those necessary information. And we are happy being here on this line today. Comrade Brooks, Guambe, congratulations ahead of your upcoming inauguration.
Are you
And
coming
dear
for the
brother
program?
JJ, um, I will confirm it with the chairman elect. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll confirm
thank
it
you.
with the chairman elect. But I'm from Nima, as you know, I'm from Nima, and that's our program. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm sure I will be there.
Okay. So, sir, we want to
Thank
say
you so
thank you
much for
so
having me.
much. Yeah, we want to say thank you for joining our platform tonight to discuss some of this important issue. Now you have sparked us something in the community. We see leaders calling, to give their point. And that's the beauty of democracy. We all, as we are young people, we're working together. It's good for us to share our thoughts on some of these things that we think will affect us in the future. We cannot continue to remove people from the chat room only because we post. So we just hope that the both party will try to resolve these things and then let the chat room be okay for everybody. Now see today's show, we couldn't post the information in the chat room only because there are some issues. And if you just dare mention,
Yeah,
you
because I'm
better
appearing. That's
will
all,
be
brother.
removed.
There are different
Okay,
persons
so thank you so
appearing.
much. We hope to have you another time. Just anytime once you got issue to discuss, and then our doors are open. We'll have you on. Thank you so much. That was the man of Jura Mangou. The man said he's not a politician. He won't put his head in our category. Come Brooks, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Bless you.
yeah. We actually appreciate the guest tonight. He, I mean, excellently, uh, deliberated, and then he was able to be on top of his game. Yeah, we actually appreciate him, and we are always available to host him. And we appreciate those that call, those that call and then make that comment. We actually appreciate them. That's what I was saying, comrade. It's always important that you come up with some of those happenings, whether it is true or not. The people who are concerned will come up for to make clarity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so even the vice chair for international affairs, where he make that statement that they will not be passing in a high school or in K2 where they will be passing on radio, giving updates. It doesn't know that it's important to speak to the people and give and let them know about your activities. You were elected through the same media. It's not only directly to go use the media, but moving around in the areas to get the vote of the people. So the people are eager to get what you are doing. So if you are not there to be providing it, the people are concerned. So you will not kind of make this type of statement on platform like this. Anyway, we just call it upon the both parties, especially when it comes to the labor issue and the FOLICEA issue, where bringing this unity in the community so it can be resolved, because we cannot say we are responsible people or we are responsible leaders and common thing like this cannot be resolved among us, then it be escalating where they removing people taking our lane, the other people taking our lane, nobody should step in my lane yet, and nobody should step, yeah, those things are not called for actually. So they need to redefine themselves and see how best we can work together to move the community forward. So we are also happy, and we hope to be here again. And comrade, let me officially announce it again that this coming Saturday, the arrival time will be Friday, where we'll be expecting our guests from Liberia, and they will be arriving here on Friday, and our guests from Uganda, our guests from Tanzania, Kenya, and other places. So they'll be arriving here, and the program will be a very good program. Will be grand. So we actually expecting everybody to be there. It's not something that I will tell you guys. You guys are already ahead, so we expect everybody to be there. The program will be on Saturday, and we expect to appear maybe on Tuesday, like I told you. So maybe you'll do the proper announcement at least, and play our flyer for my planning team to appear and tell the public where we stand. So thank you very much for the time. We actually appreciate everyone for listening.
Okay. JJ, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bada, for the recognition again. Screen Vision is an objective platform. Despite maybe some of our listeners or people that may appear on the show as guests, especially from the opposition camp of this administration, may also think that JJ is in bed with this administration. And that's why I want to demystify. Again, I think the conversation was somehow informative because of our input that we weigh in, but we leave it with the public to judge with our guests coming on this show and trying to make comparison and forget to know that he has stain on him, and also to justify the political incorrectness of the formation of the FOLICEA. I don't know what I get the rightful pronunciation. And here is the position of this current administration. Article 48 provides a chairman of the administration to be the official spokesperson and representative of the community. So if the past chairman enter into a treaty during his administration, the chairman also has sole discretionary right to say, based on the past agreement that this man entered, I do not see it beneficiary for this community. I have absolute right to withdraw. But we have not reached a stage yet. So this is a geopolitical conversation. Then I think that the funders or the vision barrier or whosoever as they may regard themselves as, to see these recommendations for this administration as very sensitive towards the formation of that. With all LIBCOR being FOCI will still survive. And with all LIBCOR being FOCI will still survive. With all LIBCOR being FOCI, LIBCOR will still survive. So, but to ensure that we balance the political interest, I think Article 4, Section 4 of the MOU should also be revisited. And they can also find common ground to that. Again, I would like to appreciate the guest. He used to be my co-worker when we were doing the work of this community, and he's a very intelligent young man. But I must appreciate that he took up his time to come on our platform to air his view, because there is no strong democracy without an opposition camp.
Sure.
And he being the opposition of the minority is also important that his voice is being heard. So at least the leadership, the current leadership, can know what the minority feel about their governance and what school need to be tightened. And again, I would like to end on this note. I think the guests also make a point, because aside of me being part of Screen Vision as an objective media institution, I'm also a member of this community, an ordinary citizen. I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, this guy is a former leader," and I don't regard myself as that. Once I serve, I did the tax. I'm waiting to be checkmated. If I'm falling the crack, no problem. But as a common ordinary citizen in this community, that's how I regard myself, no matter who says so. I regard myself as ordinary citizen in this community, and I've seen things. So if our guests appear on this show and say the man created a committee with all and order, he may be misleading. Maybe because of the multiplicity of conversation in our chat room, maybe he did not see that. But there is order number two, creating the vetting committee. You ask the chairman, he will produce such copy. And again, to tell our viewers, what makes Screen Vision is very independent, despite you may have people from diverse political background. You saw the question that was asked. And that question asked also show a pitfall in this current administration. So they should be able to come out now to clarify squarely whether they ever received the signed copy of the joint resolution. The reason that I asked because what puzzled me is that you have the vision bearer who was a chairman emeritus. I'm learning quickly, please. You have the vision bearer who was a chairman emeritus of of the organization, and also the vision bearer of FOLICEA, also signing on behalf of another community. That shows a pitfall that he was wanting to expedite certain things that he put in. So there is something that is not right. I think until that MOU is being corrected politically, now we can go into full C. But if not, I must warn them and warn our audience and warn this community. The chairman also has absolute right to withdraw. Now he withhold, but he has absolute right to withdraw.
So you see, when I was asking the question, when you talk about past leader, if you are going to limit past leader to a certain position, and now our former leader, or he said he currently serving as acting. I mean, I think by this time, Eka or the current or chairman could have a chance to contest.
Let me just give a
But
quick recommendation, quick. I beg you, Mr. Bala. What people do in the regional body, as well with regards to the geopolitics or regional politics, let assume, God forbid, this is my own statement. This statement is not for Screen Vision. This is my own opinion. Let me be clear. God forbid something happened to the current president of Sierra Leone now. ECOWAS head of state, they will reconvene and see how best they can smoothly transition to another country. So that should not be a justifiable reason for the guests to say, "What if the man turn to end?" There's always a remedy to everything. But having the past leader who serve as chairman of other committees serving on the regional body of Liberian community, there's a total political incorrectness. Thank you very much.
thank you, folks. That was the voice of Sylvester Blessing JJ. You listen to the man, giving one analysis, when it comes to the subject matter. And we want to say, congratulations again to our own Comrade Broski Gwambe, who will officially be put into office over the weekend. I hope that there is, they got something they call after party. We'll finish doing this, doing that. Hope we will,
No,
have
the
to go.
flyers, the flyers are around. The after party, they call it inaugural ball. It will be ready to kiss me
That's good. I
to rush
receiving
back.
communication. Let me pin the communication from the chairman.
Oh, my man, you have to also change the location.
The chairman is saying the current leadership did not receive the signed copy of FOLICEA document. Okay, chairman. Thank you.
But that's the clarity we needed
So you
Yeah.
see now,
No,
if the chairman saying he did not receive a document, so it just tell you that document that was carved and signed, it has other motive.
yeah.
So we
The
were in
chairman say,
transition period. Why you did not send it? But you were able to send a document to a media institution. So what's the logic in it?
so the documents for the public, and I mean,
Exactly. The
it's for the
document is
No,
for
public.
the
no, no.
public.
Comment before we go. The document. If the chairman received that document, it will come up actually because it's for the public, right?
Of
And I
course,
Yeah.
it's a
believe,
non,
yeah,
unless they
I
want to
believe,
say the document is a non-disclosure agreement that it cannot
yeah,
be disclosed to the public.
I believe they have copy of it. if a chairman receive it, you'll be having a copy. So that cannot be disproved that whether it was received by him or it was not received by him.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
and I think it was good that the chairman come on to make that clarity. Chairman, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We hope to have your team or have you guys on the platform. Liberia is all that we have. Like I made mention from the beginning, we are young people. We are going in the professional world, so we have to partner. We have to work together. So we cannot, at the early stage to start to create, confusion between us, start to keep things in mind for each other. I don't think we're going to go somewhere. I listen to the pastor usually, he said saying sorry, it doesn't mean that you wrong the person. Yeah, saying sorry. Somebody got to a fool, it doesn't mean that you are a fool, but just so certain things can just go on. Everybody say no, no, I won't say sorry, I won't do this one, I won't calm down, and my rest should be followed to the letter. I mean, I don't think we're going to go somewhere. If you guys continue this thing, you don't want us to, share our information in the chat room only because it will have information on the East Africa's, stuck on it, it's going to create a problem for everybody. Because meaning nobody can now post any communication in the chat room. We have our own right as a citizen. We have to post information in the chat room. We have our right to information. It happened during Emmanuel Patrick Ney government. They remove people from the chat room up to now. Those people doesn't have right to information right now. And they are part of the environment. They are part of the community. They have their right to information. But since they took the people from the chat room up to now, they did not put the people back until the tenure have expired. Now you guys are taking over, and you start removing people as well. So is that how we're going to move every time?
I don't know whether is that cause the fear of the chief arbitrator to tender his resignation soon.
Maybe
You
the
know, one thing
climate
these
change,
guys
right?
forget to know, right? Okay, I think we're done with the conversation now. One thing these guys forget to know, the issue of governance. Once leadership transition, there should be smooth transition where there is a cordial, coordination on where I start, where, and then you tell me, the president of the Republic of Liberia have full right to decide who to work with, who not to work with.
Yeah.
You see, it's not about creating animosity. It's not about political vision or who's targeting who. Madran, the leadership dissolved the whole thing, planning committee. Why Madran did not take the airway?
But it is
Why,
true that no. But listen, there is a point. Major will not take the airway. You know that.
don't forget about her not
Major,
taking the airway,
yeah,
but
but
don't think she want to
they
serve
said
the
it was
committee. Don't think she
it's
want
a
to.
tenure position. Major were on, and why should you deserve the tenure position? The same thing that happened in central government that will bring it down here.
No, he did
They
not
want
listen. You see,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to speak too hard before
Okay,
our
so
listeners
thank
say
you
I'm
so
a
much. Thank you, thank
there
you, thank
are some
you.
beginners are attacking me now in the chat room say you I know you the invisible hand, you the this, you the that, and I totally want to disagree with. I'm just being objective. You see, I did the same thing for the patron administration. You were in the community. See how well I blasted at they. Eh?
Yeah,
Even
sure.
our leadership, people blasted at us, and I defended Patrick. So now I'm a common man. So once I see the right, I see the right, I talk about it. I see the wrong, I see the right, I talk about it. Like for what the VCA mentioned, that was a sensitive conversation or question. So we just show that he response just show that there is no coordination with regards this transition was not complete. Because if you say this man enter into a treaty to form an organization and you have transitioned to take power and do not have a regional cabinet,
I mean,
it
let
risks.
go. Let go. We have to go our farm. I mean, we have to sleep. Thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
Mr.
you
Bala,
appearing
thank
on
you
the
so much
platform.
for the show. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah. I
Mr.
appreciate it,
Brooks,
guys.
I hope you appear often, although you have your own obligation number, please try to do so. So next Sunday we're discussing other training issues. In fact, we didn't even discuss like real issues there. We
Yeah,
get
because
very
of
old.
time.
You see.
Our CDC mean all around the content. I mean, it was not easy. We didn't go that far.
Yeah, but
We saw
CDC did well.
we saw the
CDC
people
did.
wasting water on small how many trying to justify. I mean, the machine that you. So we
But I'm
have to
seeing a
discuss
comment
that.
here. There was also an all-out number 2 before the appointment of the committee, vetting
Yeah,
committee.
similar thing you were saying. So I
You
just
see?
decided for it. It's from Edgar. So we want to appreciate everyone for following this screen vision. Please follow our platform on Facebook, on YouTube. We are currently live on Facebook and YouTube. We hope that you will follow us. I mean, it's good to be part of the beginning of something. Then for us to grow and reach a spoon level, then you won't say, "Oh man, what can I?" And then they will start picking among people who to bring up on the platform. They say, "Oh, we started that thing in Rwanda. We were there. They started that thing together." I mean, you were explain tired. So the best thing you can do now is to contribute towards the process and let us support each other. We're
Mr.
going to.
Bada, quickly, I beg you, sorry,
The
before
rest
you
of you
go,
not give us chance. We're not going
I
today.
know I want to buttress my brother point. We have to do a communication because the statement made by the VCRA, I don't know whether he was in his capacity as a leader of the community or in his individual capacity. So I think he had two options. He either need to make it clear to us, our platform, because this thing might also hinder the community from appearing. That's why we want visitor here. You
Come
know,
here. Come
he
here.
has to
Come
retract
here.
that statement because you cannot reduce the leadership to mere platform.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
it is true. So what gonna happen? They say you don't. It's not everything people talk in the back. You will know. Winston know the importance of media platform. Why you think he on another platform? Aaron, that Winston
No,
now
then
is
why
not
he
on a
why,
platform.
no, he has to retract that statement because he made a
Yeah,
statement
no,
on our
No,
platform,
me,
not on his Facebook
the
platform.
point is not actually lying. That's why I re-emphasize on that. You have to retract that statement because you cannot come on a platform and say a mere platform or okay, it's not care to government will run it for us to be passing on
Of
mere
course,
it's not
platform.
that is
necessary.
true
They
that
shouldn't. They
we want
shouldn't
to
share
promote peace.
information to us. So when our guests come on the show and then they want to call, we give them the chance. If you not respect the issue of media, why right now you pushing the agenda of or CMC? Every now you want another platform discussing the issue about distance, social media, or the airway is important. People
If
following
we
it.
if we do not correct that, other people come on the platform and call all or partisan station.
No, we'll call them off. We'll call them off. We'll
Okay.
call them off. The Liberia
You are the
way.
CEO, so we're just making a point live to the public so they can know. So this has to be corrected.
The comment will come back. You will apologize. Don't worry.
Okay,
Maybe he
so I
was kind
think,
of angry. Thank you
That's
so
good.
much, man. I appreciate you guys.
yeah, Mr. Bara, thank you. I think we can
Man, the
go.
environment, the man carrying the program, kiss him, maintenance, small thing. Oh.
Remember, the minute I
Environment
change that
is
venue
very-
now. Not every day kissing
Yeah, man.
Meti now.
Everything kiss him, oh.
We get
Everything kiss him,
next club plan to Kakarama with
Fire
Kichuchiro
area,
with.
la people go enjoy
Yeah,
themselves, kiss him, that
all
nonsense
the kissing
environment.
Meti. All the kissing Meti. But anyway, I heard that Liberian said they are still hold up in Rush Bar now because
Uh,
the motor also then now.
yeah,
Inaugural
la rush,
ball
man.
Rush Bar, the other one Rush Bar, all
Rush,
Liberian
man.
well Rush Bar everything. So.
So,
Well,
folks,
comrade, thank
thank
you
you
for
so
your
much.
time, and I appreciate and I'm hoping that we can rejoin to discuss issues pertaining to our growth and development of the community.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a wonderful night.
Okay, so thank you. We want to say thanks to every one of you for following us tonight. You know, the panelists are complaining on the comment made by one of the stakeholder, the leader of the community, talking about mayor platform. But for me, I guess the comment know the importance of appearing on a platform. He know the importance of information dissemination, and you know how important it is. If the people are not, and I usually say this: if you are not informed, you will not perform. You have to be informed to perform. There's some opportunities will be near you. But once you are not informed, you won't perform. Once you are not informed, you won't perform. You be laying aside can't tell someone from says, oh, the thing we're laying down here, you are not informed. So you need to provide all the necessary information that the public need to hear. It's not private thing, it's public. So everything you do, if you are not come out to give your report, maybe you could tweak it somehow. Say, oh, because of this, we are still working on things. We'll soon come out to do this or do that. We are being engaged other people on, but to just come out and make such a remark, I think it's unacceptable. But believe you with your conscience, if you think it's okay for you, then you don't need to apologize. But if you think it's not okay, then I think you can do the honorable thing by apologizing to us. We will appreciate that. On that note, we want to say thank you so much. I'm about to take my leave. This is Chicken Vision. My name is Tatas Bibala. I have been your host. Bye.